Welcome along to your Friday. Meteorologist Richard Nunn with your flash briefing on Alexa. And if you're pointing and clicking, you can get your forecast at news4jax.com. Another day where we are going to flirt with records. Topped out yesterday at 93 degrees, missing the mark by 3. The record yesterday was 96. Today we've got a chance to tie a record. I've got 91 in the forecast based on the showers that will develop and the clouds that will move in later today. One more degree and we'll tie a record set back there in the 1930s. Let's talk about the forecast. There are a number of scenarios here. A low pressure area is trying to develop to the south. Currently, the National Hurricane Center has a 40% chance of development in the next 48 hours and the next 5 days. So 40%, 40%. What this means is that they're watching that low pressure area. It's going to be a low pressure area whether it becomes tropical or not, whether it has a name or a number. If it does get a name, it will be Nate. But the models are consistent in showing that it is going to enhance the nor'easter effect this weekend. By that, cold front to the north, high pressure to the north, low pressure area coming up from the south will slam the beaches with the onshore winds. A bit weaker moving inland, and in fact a bit weaker moving up through parts of southeast Georgia. But we're looking at moderate levels of impact, whether it's the wind, the beach erosion, rainfall that could locally be heavy, mainly south of I-10, given the cold front position, and also into what would be the potential for flooding, tidal, high tide flooding along the river basins, and with that onshore flow remaining consistent over the weekend, even along the beaches. The forecast for today, to backtrack a bit here, 91 degrees. We'll see near seasonal temperatures as the clouds move in and most of the viewing circle gets under that nor'easter environment. So let me break it down this way. If you live along the Golden Isles or the sandy shores of the First Coast, that's going to be the stronger areas of the nor'easter effect. More wind, potentially more rain. Moving inland, it starts to dry out, and that trend continues into Saturday and Sunday's forecast. So Sunday, if the cold front continues to move through as it's forecast to do, it will set up along the Florida-Georgia line, possibly as far south as I-10, which would bring drier air into southeast Georgia and put all the wet weather right into our Florida zones. And much of that continues into next week. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of model divergence. So keep up with the forecast. And you know how. It's a shout away on Alexa and just a click away at news4jax.com.